It's March 18th, 2020. I'm in Lima, Peru, San Isidro. 30 minutes before the complete lockdown goes into place. It starts at exactly 8 o'clock and goes to 5 a.m. in the morning. That's no private vehicles. We've been under what I would consider a soft quarantine, which means that only one person from a household can go out to get any food. And day one started 3 days ago. We're on day 3. And each day the ratchet is getting progressively tightened. Tonight's the very first night of this really tight quarantine, and it starts in about 30 minutes from now. You can hear about 30 minutes ago there were several cop cars going around reminding people. I'm going to get up and move here. The military is out. I haven't seen any tanks today. I saw them yesterday when they were putting them in place at certain parts of the city, specifically near the fruit market and where we get our groceries. They're in full force on Monday to keep law and order. And so far, so good, with the exception of there's been a prison break. There's people out, but it's very hard to blend in, I'm sure, if you have no place to go. Here's a military checkpoint down there. There are 1, 2, 3 guys. There's a third guy somewhere down here, either on this side, the right side, left side, but there's one right here, one right there. And they sporadically will stop cars. It's going to get really serious here really quickly. And I hope people can keep things in perspective. There's a third guy. I see him now. So there he is. 1, 2. There's a good guy. Third guy right there. So they're covering it pretty good. I don't know what they stopped for. There's an example. That's probably a cop car. Yeah, that's a police car. Yeah. And if you hear them with the sirens, I think that's just kind of like, hey, get inside, people. It's the fourth quarter, and we want everybody inside. Although it's been a little bit frightening, I really think Peru is doing the smarter thing. The United States is going to have much more of a problem, because Peru went under a quarantine much faster than the United States has really even planned on doing a quarantine. I mean, we've been in this thing now for 3 days, and it's just taking forever for the United States to do what's right for them. I hope somebody sees this video and just understands. Y'all need to get everything on lockdown. I mean, the only way you're going to save lives is just, frankly, being alone. It sucks. This rooftop is the only place I've been out today. Quarantine is not easy. I would never do good in prison. But being alone, it's just the only thing I can tell you is make every meal count, cook for yourself, and enjoy what you're doing for cooking. It's probably the 2 things I look forward to every day, is making a breakfast for myself and making a midday meal and maybe a snack at night. I think we're in a good position here in Peru. It's still very scary though, because there's a lot that's unknown about this virus. I think most of us, when this thing went this way about a week ago, I was telling some friends of mine, now is the time to get out of the city. Now we gotta go. And I knew right before this whole thing went down, it was time to go. On Friday night is when the United States put their closed borders up and had the emergency, national emergency declared. And on Sunday we went on total lockdown. And I can tell you what's more frightening, I guess, if anything, if you could just mention this, is that you're in civilization, but there's no civilization happening really around you. And when you're used to 10 million or 12 million people being in and around you, it's just really strange. So that's my video vlog for today, unless something else happens here, which I'll probably be back a little later with something.